The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine, podcast, and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Hello. Today I have the absolute privilege of reconnecting with Patricia Wald Hopkins, Sovereign Magazine's multidimensional wealth consciousness columnist. She is a guide, Akashic wisdom keeper, and the founder of the Voices of Gaia project. Blending her background in environmental science, feminine leadership, and energy medicine, she supports the rise of new earth leaders through frameworks like the White Lioness Mystery School and Infinite Self Oracle. A Gene Keys ambassador, Kundalini yoga teacher, and alchemist of beauty and truth. She transmits light codes through writing, her voice, and ritual to awaken remembrance and restore harmony with Gaia. Welcome back, Patricia.
Lovely to be here again.
Yes, today we are exploring Trusting in the Universe, which is our March full moon issue. And in your article, The Gate of the Quantum Grace, Multidimensional Wealth, and the Sovereignty of the White Lioness, you really introduce a powerful framework for us called the Golden Spiral. And this is a spiritual architecture woven through your 8 archetypes of the Voices of Gaia. And you describe how these archetypes act as embodied superpowers for new earth leaders, with the White Lioness at the center of the guardian of sovereignty and inner harmony. So for those who haven't read your article just yet, please share a little bit more about it.
Well, it has been an unfolding. I get things through not from a place of the mind. And this actually came through my sacral. And this golden spiral is an extension from the sacral and from the sovereignty of the white lioness that lives within your womb. And so as you come out into the world, you step onto this golden spiral, and each of the archetypes takes you a little bit more out into the world until you're fully out. And so it is a spiritual, but it's also an energetic architecture. I call it the ecosystem of the white lioness. And it's also the ecosystem of the Voices of Gaia, those superpowers that we all hold. And each of us may have a natural inclination towards some of them more than others, but we need them all. That's the thing. We need all of them to be a full expression of ourselves.
Yeah. And so through this article, you start to highlight the Gatekeeper archetype, who teaches us that true wealth really requires us to do some purification, some discernment, alignment, and trust, and explain that the quantum is this mysterious, non-linear expansion of abundance. And so I would love for you to expand on this archetype and really get us into this theme of trusting in the universe as it relates.
I'd love to. So the Gatekeeper is the second archetype. So she's one more step out from the womb. And if you have not listened to the previous one about the Peacekeeper sets the space, the sacred space, the Gatekeeper makes sure that when you're in that space, you've cleaned out yourself as well. The purifier, right? The Gatekeeper, it's learning to be discerning about what you're going to let into your body into your mind, into your emotional field, into your spiritual field every day. So she sits with you and she aligns you to your best choices so that your channel is not only anchored in a safe space, but it's clear and you can fully transmit your energy and your spiritual essence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a great reminder for anyone who is enjoying this conversation. Patricia's February full moon and new moon podcasts are all about this golden spiral and different archetypes and things like that. And she does beautiful visualizations with some light code language in there. So some transmissions. So definitely go have a listen. So as this gatekeeper prepares our vessel for greater abundance, how can we begin to clear that inner clutter and release perhaps old stories, emotional baggage, those types of things so that we can become more magnetic to access this?
Well, it does require sitting with yourself. I think that's the biggest barrier for many people is the discomfort of sitting with yourself. And so that's why it's really important to sit with yourself in a safe place, or maybe it's with safe people. I don't know what's, how you best interact. We need safety. And when you sit with yourself, you can begin to maybe review a timeline in your life, and you'll see different choices that you made, and you'll arrive down at the point where you are here right now in this moment. And you have to ask yourself, how did I end up here? And am I happy about where I'm at? And if you're not, then that's when the inquiry starts about what is it that I have brought forward from my past that I am now being more discerning about not letting into my system anymore. And that can be anything from as simple as, how you start your day and, social media, right? Do you start to go into the collective cloud and really cloud up your whole system, right? Just the little kinds of choices and bigger things like maybe I'm regarding money. How have I been spending my money for the last 10 years? And is that really working for me? And is there a better way that I can have a relationship with money? And then you start to make the little choices. Oh, maybe I won't spend all that money on that thing today and save it for something that's more satisfying down the road.
It is time to rise. We are being called to stand behind independent voices, movements, and media that refuse to be owned. Sovereign Magazine has never spoken to an advertiser, a corporation, or a billionaire. We are a grassroots movement made for and funded by you. If you are ready to rise, to shatter ceilings, and to stand in your truth, do it with us. It's free. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Every click helps us reach more people around the globe, ready to remember who they are. Are you coming with us? What a way to connect back in with ourselves and our sovereignty before we take that leap away from what we know. And just doing subtle things can be very helpful. And I'm going to move us into our special segment, Steps to Your Sovereign Self, because you provide these incredible visualizations for us to be able to tap and attune to this energy. So I want to leave enough time for us because they're just so magical. So if you haven't experienced one of Patricia's attunements, you definitely want to be in a safe place, not driving. They're very magical. So if you are, pause and come back, and I'm going to hand it over to her.
Thank you. Let's begin with just tuning into the room around you. Maybe you can gently close your eyes or find a soft gaze on something that is pleasing to you, maybe a painting or looking out the window. And just notice your body, like how are you holding it? And is there any way that you can allow yourself to release some tension. Maybe moving your body around a little bit. Stretching, whatever feels really good. And then placing your hand, one hand on your womb, on your belly. And just tuning in to that center of creative life force. This is your center of sovereignty. And just notice maybe if you're not able to feel your womb, or that life force, maybe it's being drained and you're not sure why. Like, maybe there's some energy leaks. And that's when we work with the gatekeeper, because we can sit with her, and we will here in a moment, and ask for her help to see what it is that's draining our energy, that's sucking our life force out. That precious, precious golden white light with maybe sparks of orange and just vibrancy of that sacral center of that womb. Where are you on that spectrum? Is your womb dim? Do you feel it lit up? Does it feel heavy and dense? Or free and vibrant and pulsing with life? And if it's feeling dense and heavy and not lit up, in any portion, maybe there's just, it's like half alive and half not. Call upon the gatekeeper. And she often shows up dressed in green. She's very earthy. She's very much the realms of earth magic, and very rooted and very, very discerning about energies that are out of harmony with the body of the earth and with your body. And so you can invite her to come closer. She'll present a face to you that you know or feel comfortable with. And if at any time you don't feel comfortable, then stop. That's discernment. That's saying, no, I don't want that in my system. You're never forced. That's her first lesson. Are you open to receive my help or not? And if you're not ready, that's okay. But if you are, then I'm here for you. And as she sends her energy around you, if you have said yes, she begins to scan with her most sacred hands of light your womb space, your belly, front and back, and just all around, just noticing where you have any energy leaks. And then she asks you some questions. Where are you spending most of your time these days? Do you leave there feeling vitalized, rejuvenated, or drained? Just notice the answer. Maybe it's even an image you see someplace. And then she asks you, who have you been spending time with? And when you leave them, do you feel rejuvenated and revitalized, or do you feel drained? And then she asks you, what have you been nourishing your body with? What kinds of foods or products, exercises And do you feel revitalized and rejuvenated after those? Or drained? What have you been feeding your mind? What have you been feeding your spirit, your soul? Just noticing, taking time today to ask these questions. How have you been spending your money? Does it feel good? Does it leave you feeling like you have done something that has a longer term impact for goodness in your life and the life of others you love and your community and the earth? And she's going to now give you an activation to awaken that part of you with that farsightedness, that ability to see your choices in the long term. And just feel this light codes, this light language in your body wherever it lands. Just taking a few deep breaths. Letting these codes rejuvenate your womb, your life force. Inshallah in the halak. Sho'ola maha elitia ishola ikda. Ilahe eliunola ishalena. Kosha'a elidiha. Jo'oshala inimahe. Shiale nola. Si alakacha. De. Ikaele nehene nola. Yele hale namare ithal. Shoha e hala ene. Sha ale hale nahe. Kia o lahe. Just receiving this rejuvenation, this fortification, this new sense of integrity in your womb through light. Knowing that it will support you as you go forward with your day or your evening and the week, helping you to have good boundaries on what you will let in and out of your body. So maybe it's not just what you bring in, right? It's how much of your energy are you giving out to these places? And just being discerning and coming into balance with yourself of what you need and what you don't need, with no judgment. And just take a moment to thank the Gatekeeper for her wisdom and for her gift. And you can gently come back to the present moment and open your eyes.
Didn't I tell you she was magical? I absolutely love doing these with you, and I'm really looking forward to our March new moon one. So if you haven't liked, shared, subscribed, please do. If you want to talk with Patricia, she's in our community, community.sovereign-magazine.com. All her details are in the show notes with how to connect with her, how to work with her. She is magic, 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 magic. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.